Today we're going to talk about the strategy RACE that we use in order to answer open-ended questions. So when we talk about RACE, it is an acronym for restate the question, answer the question, cite your source. You can do that by using these as well as many others. The E stands for explain your answer. So we're going to read an article very quickly, and then we are going to use RACE in order to answer an open-ended question. Stop bullying. Laws have been made to stop bullying. Bullies are people who tease or threaten others. Drew Landry from Maine knows what it's like to be bullied. When Drew was in 6th grade, he was bullied by an 8th grader. It was hard to get through, Drew told Weekly Reader. With the help of his parents and school officials, the bullying stopped. Drew was not alone. Many kids were victims of bullying. That is why states across the country enacted anti-bullying laws. Enact means to sign into law. Some schools already had rules to stop bullying. However, many lawmakers felt those rules were not tough enough. Maine was the 18th state to enact such a law. The law requires schools to create a plan to prevent and deal with bullying. All adults who work with students must be trained to handle bullying problems. Tips to fight bullying. If you are being bullied, you can do something about it. Here are 3 tips from the National Center of School Safety. No. If you are being bullied, tell the bully in a firm voice that you do not like what he or she is doing. Go. Walk away quickly. Tell. Find an adult right away and tell the adult what happened. No more bullies. A bully picks on another person again and again. Many kids think of bullying as hitting or pushing. Sometimes it's like that, but bullying often takes the form of name-calling, teasing, and threatening. Drew wanted to make sure no other kids are bullied, so he spoke up in front of lawmakers to support Maine's anti-bullying law. I helped change the law to make other kids feel better about themselves, says Drew. So when we think about that question, here is our question. How can you stop bullying in your school? Well, I want to take a look at keywords. I know we're always looking for keywords, but keywords are so important when we're answering questions. And keywords within my sentence are stop bullying in school. And so I'm going to restate in a sentence what the question is. Bullying can be a large problem in schools across the country. If students come together, we can help stop this problem. So I said what this question was, except I said it in a sentence, and then I add a little bit to it with a second sentence. Now I'm actually going to answer the question. So if it's a multi-step question, if it's 2 questions, make sure you answer both questions as well. We can all know at least 2 strategies to help stop bullying. We can say no, just go, or find somebody to tell. Now if you notice, these are things that I had found in the actual reading in this part right here. So I need to make sure that I cite where I got my answer. And I do that by citing the source. And I can simply say, like in paragraph 3, the text states, the author says. And when I have this, I can write, the text states, no, tell the bully in a firm voice that you do not like what he or she is doing. Go, walk away quickly. Tell, find an adult right away and tell the adult what happened. So now that I have actually seen that and I wrote this part and I cited and put quotations around what exactly I found, that is important. So please notice that I did put quotations right here and right here around what is exactly said. I need to make sure to do that because I found exactly what was in the text and I copied it down. And when we do that, we have to put those quotation marks in. And my last part is explain your answer. And this is showing that the audience that you really know what it is by giving an example, by talking about what the citing is. So you can say, for example, I saw a friend that was being bullied. I went over to the bully and told him that what he or she was doing was hurtful and it actually worked. The bully realized the error of their ways and said sorry. This is showing me that I know what my answer is. I know that what the text says, and what I mean by that is I quoted it by saying, "No, tell the bully in a firm voice what you did, what you do not like, and that he or she is doing." So I showed and explained my answer with an example. I could also just talk about what that means in a sentence. And you can also talk about your beliefs as well. So when I put it all together, I have a well thought out answer for an open ended question. So when we come up to an open ended question, a question where you have to write sentences to answer, we want to use the RACE model. Now, looking at this, can you find the R part in the answer? What does the R stand for? R stands for restate the question, and it is here. What does the A stand for? The A stands for answer the question, and it is here, ends there. Answer the question. What does C stand for? Cite your source. Starts here, the text states, and we only go all the way down to here. And then the E stands for explain your answer. And here I have example is a good way to explain. So maybe the E stands for example as well, but we really want to explain our